Possible. It's just a blessing from above.
The joy of the game comes from just being out there and just playing. The competitive side of me feels like we can win every game that we play. What I've learned is to always keep going. Do you love the process that gets you to that? Those boring, agonizing moments. If you love that, then you know you found something that's really true to you.
You know, if you do the work, you work hard enough, dreams come true. Those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream.
What's going on? It's Jed.
This is big.
This is Logic. We're on episode 46.
46.
This is a special episode because today's topic is we're going to be honoring the late and great Kobe Bryant, who passed away a year ago today, from a tragic helicopter accident. You know, me being a big Kobe and Laker fan, you know, this was something that was very tough for me. So we're just gonna really just get into it. So this was this whole thing with Kobe was tough because, you know, I grew up, him and Vince Carter were my favorite players growing up, and I idolized both of them. You know, from being a kid, you know, loving the game of basketball, you know, these are the guys that I looked up to. And just it felt like I lost a piece of me a little bit, because when I found out this, you know, what had happened. And, you know, this is really tough.
I mean, it is tough. You know, you have like a childhood hero, and then they're not here anymore. It's like,
because you don't really expect.
Even when they retire, it's tough. Because it's like, damn, we're not going to see them play anymore. It's weird.
It was tough trying to adjust with not, you know, watching, you know, him, you know, be on the Lakers. And, you know,
I remember, like, his last year playing, like, I guess they want to call it his farewell tour. Like, I remember
the crazy thing about
you went to I went to Philly.
When he played the Sixers, that was right before he announced his retirement.
And for y'all that don't know, Kobe Bryant, other than him being, you know, living in Italy, he actually is from Philadelphia.
That's, he went to Lower Merion High School. I think that's it.
And his jersey number was what, 33?
33. I forget what part of Philly that's in.
I forgot what part of Philly.
I'm thinking Southwest, but I could be wrong. But somewhere South Philly, something like that. I'm not too entirely sure. But yeah, he announced his retirement before that game, and I had already had tickets for that game, whatever the case may be. So once he announced his retirement, you know, I was, you know, already locked in anyway. So, but it was just like so hectic, even getting down there, because once he did that, the ticket prices just shot up.
Yeah.
Like immediately after he made that announcement, I checked the website, and regular nosebleed shit was going for like $400. So if you ain't already had your ticket, you was already asked out.
Because they know people are going to want to see that.
Yeah.
That are, you know.
There was so many Laker fans in there, bro.
Yeah. Look, nobody liked the Sixers. Like, nobody liked the Sixers since AI left. Like, let's be real.
They like them now. Well, I'll say this because they, you know, like a lot of fans, they don't really come out when the team's doing bad. There is some diehard Sixers
I'm a
fans.
Bulls fan,
and
my team sucked this year, and they sucked last year, and they sucked the year before that, and probably but guess what? But no, they got potential. No, they got potential. Out to Cody White, they got potential. Zach LaVine, Denzel Valentine. I'm sorry, Denzel Valentine stepping his game up, becoming more of a shooter that, you know, they need, not to get off of Kobe.
Yeah,
you know,
that's cool.
But yeah, bro, but. No, I like the Sixers. Like, let's be real. But back to what you were saying, you know, his farewell tour, you know, you got a chance to experience that in person.
Right.
Like, how was that atmosphere, especially for you seeing your favorite player, one of your favorite players, and him being like retiring, and this is like, you know, the last year where you can actually be like, all right, I can see him for his last time in person. Like, how was that for you?
What's crazy was that was my first and my last time seeing him play. Because, you know, he announced his retirement. And at that time, I couldn't go to LA to go watch him play.
LA don't really rarely come out here.
They only come out here once. They come out here once, and then Sixers go out there once.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's the only reason why. Because, you know, I mean, granted, I love the game of basketball. So at that time, I had a package deal where I bought a bunch of tickets to go, you know, for a bunch of top tier games. Yeah. So, you know, I love the game of basketball. So then I wasn't a Sixers fan, and there'd be games that the Lakers weren't playing, but I loved the game, so I just love watching the game regardless of who's playing. But of course, you know, me being a Laker fan, you know, you want to see your team play. Absolutely. So me getting there, the game started at 7. I left at 4:30. I left at 4:30 because I already knew it was going to be hectic trying to get in there. So I left at 4:30. I had smooth sailing probably until I got right close to the arena. Oh, yeah. It was deadlock traffic. Shit. Nothing wasn't moving, bro. I was sitting. I was entering traffic for probably like maybe almost 2 hours. Oh, wow. Almost 2 hours, bro. This is how crazy it was and how he shut the city down. It was so bad I couldn't even park at Wells Fargo Center. I had to park at Lincoln Financial Field because there was no more parking spots because the whole entire thing was sold out. Sold out. And granted, they were still charging link prices.
Oh, fuck that.
So I had to pay $30 just to park.
Oh.
But, you know.
I mean, but you going to see your guys.
I was good, but there was nowhere else to park at.
You didn't drive out there for nothing.
Yeah, I didn't drive out there for nothing. So I was able to get up there. People were just hounding you outside trying to get tickets. I had like maybe 13 or 14 people come to me trying to buy my ticket. I was not selling.
How much though? How much though?
It didn't even matter, bro.
No, I'm saying how much were they offering?
They just wanted to buy it. Like I think the most somebody offered me was like $500. I wasn't. No.
Hell no. No. It would have been. I would keep it G. If they would have offered me a rack or two, I'm in.
It would have to be something over 10 for me to.
Over 10 racks? Who carrying 10 racks, Jay?
Listen, bro, Cash App something. I don't know, bro.
Who carrying 10
That was the only way, bro.
I'm just being realistic.
I get it, and I'm being realistic.
For you, you're being realistic.
Like,
that's how much it would have been.
There was nothing, especially after what happened. I'm glad I never sold my ticket because this is a memory I'll have with me. Okay. You know, for the rest of my life.
Do you still have a ticket?
I believe I do.
Damn, why didn't you bring it?
Yeah, I think it's in my room.
You gotta get that. You gotta get that frame.
Yeah, I think that's.
You gotta get that tatted on you. Actually, that would be tough.
No, I already got the tattoo.
The ticket. That'd be tough. The fucking ticket.
I had a ticket. So
you know, you can freak it any way you want to, man. That should be tough. The ticket.
But I already had the tattoo on my hand, so I think that's. I think that suffices. But you know, I get it.
Ticket.
But yeah, man, it was just a sea of Laker fans in somebody else's arena. You know, every time we touched the ball, like the crowd just went, you know, crazy.
Even Sixers fans are probably going crazy. Who the fuck they cheering for?
Hey man, you think you know they'd be that? They was booing them a little bit. So, but you know, there was, I respect it because you know, like the spirit of competition. Like yeah, you know, but the history between the Lakers and the Sixers and all that other stuff. So you know, you're not really, you don't want them to win. You don't really want to cheer for them, but you respect them. Yeah. And I felt like even though there was boos and all that stuff, everyone respected him. Because when he left, when he was walking out, he was saying everybody was cheering.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you know, and on top of that, he's from Philly, so you're gonna boom. That's just like Isaiah Thomas when he came back to Chicago. Mm-hmm. Isaiah Thomas is from Chicago, for everybody who don't know. Not the Isaiah Thomas of modern days, the Isaiah Thomas from back in the 80s and 90s. Mm-hmm. You know, Detroit, absolutely. Shout out to them. But when he went back to Chicago, they booed him. Jordan was the man. He was actually mad at Jordan because his family and people in Chicago liked Jordan more than they liked him. That should tell you something. I'm sorry.
They like their team, man.
Yeah, but
that's how serious this fandom go.
But like you said, they're gonna boo you, but they're gonna cheer for you because you're the hometown guy. But they're still gonna boo you.
Right.
You know, they still are. I'm trying to think who else got that same treatment. I'm trying to think. Fuck. They'll come back to me.
Yeah. It was electrifying as far as like the feeling.
How many points did he score?
I'm not sure.
I don't think he scored that much.
No, I think he had 27. He might have had 30.
Because he was still banged up. Like,
well, he started off the game cooking, bro. He hit like 3 straight threes.
Because that's cool.
He hit like 3 threes. He had missed one, and he got the rebound, and then shot again and made it. So first couple of shots, he was already up 9 points.
Yeah, so cool, man.
It was just so much going on. It was just so much to take in that I couldn't really keep up with how much he scored. I don't even remember if they won the game or not.
Oh, shit.
But the energy was so crazy. Like, I don't remember if they won that game. I'm about to check it out later.
I don't think they. I don't know.
But but the energy was so crazy. Like, it was a game, but it was more so like a celebration. So, like I said, every time he touched the ball, every time he scored, it's just the roar of the crowd. There was somebody, they had flew in from like Italy. I think they in total spent probably like either $10,000 or $15,000. They had courtside seats.
I mean, if you coming from Italy, you going all out. Fuck
you got to.
You getting cheesesteaks, everything.
They had courtside seats. I don't know how they had them connections. They must have had them shits prior to. They probably had them shits prior to.
They know somebody.
Him announcing that retirement, because there's no way after he announced that retirement they got them tickets. No. You already had to been locked in already.
Like I said, they know somebody.
So that's something that
they had to know somebody.
They had a sign, and it said, "Flights to the United States." I think they said like $2,000 or something. Ticket prices, I think it said like $12,000 or $13,000, whatever the case would be. Seeing Kobe play his last game said prices. So it just shows how his impact, expanded like globally, how somebody from another country would pay, all that money just to see him play one game. That's how much of an impact that Kobe's had on generations ever since he's been in the league.
Absolutely.
Like, we didn't really get a chance to see Jordan play.
No. Well, we not to understand it,
not to understand it as an adult, to
understand
really
the sport.
it.
Yeah, like when I started understanding, Jordan was like his last 3 years with the Bulls. When I started to like kind of understand the sport, but not really. But when he came back was like 2000 and what? When he was with the Wizards?
2001, no, 2002, I think.
Like around 2002,
like 2 years
around 2002, I think I got a better understanding of the game more.
Yeah, like around that time, I knew who Jordan was.
Yeah,
and what he had accomplished, but I didn't get to really appreciate it. Because,
like how it was when
I was when he won his first championship, I was just born.
Yeah, basically.
So basically, so I wasn't able to enjoy it how you did with Vince Carter. Yeah,
AI.
Yeah, Tracy Kobe, players like that.
Yeah. Even Shaq. Like, I mean, we got a chance to enjoy Shaq because Shaq really had longevity.
Yeah, think about it.
Yeah, like we got a chance. We didn't see Shaq early '90s. Yeah, I mean, other than the highlight, we saw
him at his best.
Yeah,
with the Lakers and
still dominating.
With Kobe. So yeah, man, just having them two guys, as I progressed and learning more about the sport and playing and stuff. I learned a lot from watching them. Yeah. Like even like how I play now. Even like how competitive I am, that stuff stems from watching them. Because of how competitive he is. When you idolize somebody, you try to implement that type of stuff. And see, again, we played different positions, but we still the same height.
Yeah.
So, but you know, being in grade school, being the tallest kid, you're automatically going to play the 5.
Absolutely.
So that's what they had me at. So,
you got any weight on you, you're playing the 5.
Yeah, like, so me, that's all I've known. I've always played, you know, the 5.
Yeah.
Like, even now, you know, in today's game, you know, like if I were in the league, I'd be like considered like a small forward, or
guard, shooting guard. Yeah.
But I've been playing big man my whole life.
Yeah.
So, but you know, he implemented his game because he learned stuff from Hakeem, which was a big man who was another person who I, you know, admire and follow. Being, you know, a guy that played big man, you know, admiring the footwork, and for somebody to be a guard and want to learn that type of footwork that, you know, only really big men were using. Yeah. It just shows his dedication to, you know, his craft and wanting to, knowing that he can't rely on his athleticism. He has to change up his game or whatever.
Yeah, and not just that, not to cut you off, and he knows that, you know, Kobe Bryant, when he's listed as a shooting guard, but he ran the point majority of the time. And majority of the time, well, sometimes he brought the ball up the court.
Yeah, but how the Lakers did they?
I know it's Derek, you know, but I'm just saying, like, majority of people guarding Kobe was mismatched. So him putting his back to the basket was really smart. Because if he had a player like Iverson, as you've seen in the playoff games, put his back to the basket, Iverson's only 6 feet. Right. Against that's 6 inches, you're not guarding that. Right. I don't care who you are, you're not guarding it. Especially with, you know, like I said, don't get me wrong, not knocking AI. AI is a dog's most athletic point guard, in my opinion, that I've ever seen.
Most athletic?
I said one of the most athletic, one of the most top 5, one of the most athletic point guards, other than Westbrook. And I know you don't want to.
Derrick Rose is more athletic.
No, I understand. That's why I said one, not the main one. But
for somebody his size to be able to move and jump and do all that stuff, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, against a Kobe Bryant, putting his back to the basket was smart. So him getting, you know, working on, you know, his big moves.
It was smart in general because you realize when you got somebody that's a guard, you're not really having to defend that type of player. Yeah. Like that's big men had to deal with guard somebody with their back to the basket and doing those type of moves. So when you're a guard and you're trying to guard another guard and they're doing those same type of moves, you don't really know how to really defend it. Like I seen like a lot of interviews where people like, you know, great defenders like Tony Allen and Shane Battier, they talked about how it was so difficult to guard him because of how his footwork was and his like relentlessness. Like it was to the point like, and then he was just like a student of the game. Like he would like study hours and hours of tapes and try to pick apart people's games and stuff, so he would know how to guard a certain player. He would learn their tendencies.
Find your weakness.
Yeah, he'll know if you are after 2 dribbles with your back to the basket, you're gonna do a pump fake. You're gonna fake left and then shoot the turnaround, or you know, spin the other way and try to go baseline, or whatever the case may be. And if y'all ever get a chance, I don't know if it's still on ESPN Plus or if you still have to pay for it. It might be on YouTube somewhere, but if you see the series detail where he was breaking down the game and stuff, like he breaks it down so much to a T. It's like amazing how he breaks the game down and talks about it. Like it actually helped me with my game after watching some of that stuff, because there's some things that I didn't even know, but from watching that helped me improve my game, especially like on like off ball.
But, moving without the ball.
Yeah, that was something that wasn't really like a part of my game or something that I really wasn't well at. But watching that helped me improve me moving without the ball. So that's, you know, this shows like his outreach on every like single type of platform. Like even after he retired, he still doing things for the game. It seems so. It was a tough loss, man. But you know, it's something that we just gotta just embrace and just move on with. Not to say forget, but you know, just try to deal with it as best we can because it was tough because when I found out what had happened, I was just at the Sixers game, Sixers and Lakers. I witnessed LeBron pass Kobe in the all-time scoring list to go from 4 to 3. So he passed him, so I was able to witness that.
Yeah.
Went to the game. Didn't think that the next day that this would, you know, the news I would get. So I'm at work. And, you know,
tell us about where you were.
Yeah, I was at work. This tour is near the end of the day. I'm ready to go home. Get a group chat message from one of my boys. And he was just like, "Yo, did you hear that Kobe died?" And you know, I brushed it off like at the beginning. I'm like, "Fuck out of here!" That nigga like
seen him like last night.
I'm just like, man, somebody making a joke because LeBron just passed him, whatever the case may be. That shit ain't real, whatever the case may be. And I went on Google, didn't see nothing. I'm like, didn't think nothing of it. Left it alone. He sent me something from TMZ, and I was like, man, that's probably fake. I'm like, they ain't thinking nothing of it. Then I leave work. Then I get people calling me, and then I'm just like, all right, something's up.
Yeah. I
had a couple people that, you know, they know how much, you know, Kobe was like a important piece of my life, so they started calling me. They was like, yo, you heard about Kobe, this, that, third? I was like, man, I don't know if I can believe that or not. Like, you know, that's probably fake, you know, whatever the case may be. And it's like, man, I don't know, like this, that, and third. And then I got the notification from, I forget what thing it said, saying that he had passed away. And I just felt like an energy shift.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it felt like. It felt like I couldn't really believe it, and my brain wouldn't process it to believe it. So I'm just sitting in my car. I'm just like, nah, I can't. I'm talking to people. Your boy Eddie called me.
Shout out to Eddie.
Shout out to Eddie, man. You
Shout out Eddie the GOAT, boy. That
nigga. Eddie called me. He was telling me about it, and I this really wasn't trying to like believe it and stuff. And then more news things started confirming and everything, and that's when I had to accept, you know, the reality that it actually happened. So, you know, him passing away, it was difficult for me. You know, I got home, you know, I just got off work, so I got in the shower or whatever, in case I just broke down.
Yeah.
It was really tough because, you know, that's, like I said, I felt like a piece of me died because I grew up, you know, idolizing him, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. But then I found out, you know, later on, you know, it wasn't just him, it was his daughter and, you know, a couple other people, you know, rest in peace to all of them. I can't remember everybody's name off the back, but, you know, it's all love, it's R.I.P. But it was just such a terrible tragedy, and I'm just like, damn, man, it just felt like a nightmare. And I'm just like, but I'm not going to just focus on the sad parts of it, you know. I'll come to terms with it, and, you know, I'll just try to just, you know, the first couple weeks was kind of hard, but, you know, as time goes, you know, let's say time goes, all wounds. You know, I got better at it, and I was able to, you know, still talk about it, you know, without, you know, feeling like a little awkward about it or a little weird about it. But, you know, but, you know, that was my man's. You know, I went and got the tattoo, I think like a day or two later.
Oh, word.
To, you know, it stank, man, it stank, because that was my guy. He's the reason why I play the sport that I love. Him and Vince is the reason why I play this game. So, you know, that's why I had to, you know, get this inked on me. I got his, I don't know if y'all can see it, but I got his shoe logo, you know, with the initials KB, and then his numbers 8 and 24 as a, you know, a tribute to him. So, but yeah, man, you know, we're not gonna just talk about the negative, the bad stuff. You know, Kobe was, you know, a great guy, great father, you know, great pioneer of the game,
Great teacher.
Great teacher, great student.
Absolutely.
You know, just a great overall person. So, you know, we just want to just take this time.
He opened the whole academy up. You know, that's
yeah. Shout out to that because you know I wasn't expecting him to coach a whole girls team. He has all girls, and we was hoping that we was going we was gonna get the Mamba Junior or something. But, we didn't get this nigga just kept shooting them girls out.
That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. I mean, that's how it's gonna be for you, Jay, man.
Nah,
that's your favorite player, bro. It's gonna be shout out to Jay, man. Shout out to Jay and Max.
That ain't gonna happen. Trust and believe, man. I ain't going out like that.
I ain't going to get all girls.
Not going out like that.
That beer about to be salt pepper. We're about to be salt shaker.
Fuck out of here, man.
Jay about to be here like Mr. Clean.
Oh, I see what we doing now. Niggas got jokes out here.
We be right back to y'all after these commercials.
Now commercial breaks on. Oh man. What about you, man? Where you at when you heard the news?
Well, I just got off early for work, I think, and I was on the game. I was playing the game because I seen him the night before. Like, it was on TV. Like, I was like, okay. I'm like, all right, cool. Then playing the game, and then one of my friends sent me a text message and said, yo, why they do Kobe like that? And I'm just like thinking like you thought like it was a funny meme, like because LeBron passed him. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then I seen like an article that said Kobe plane helicopter crash, and I'm like, and then I'm just like, this has to be a joke. And then he was like, nah, bro, I think this real. So I went to Instagram, went on the search page. I'm like, one of them had it, nothing. Went on to ESPN, nothing. So when I didn't see anything, I turned the game off, and when I went on ESPN, when I went on TV, I went to ESPN, and I just seen like it was just silent, and then it had like the outside of where the plane crashed. That's when it got surreal to me, and I was just like, oh shit. And then the reporter came on and then said what she said, and then like you said, like I didn't cry or anything, but I felt like I lost like a family member. Like I feel like I lost somebody I knew for years. I was just like, because it was just like, damn, like why he had to go out like that,
right?
Like that, like that was like it was like his daughter and then everybody else in the helicopter. R.I.P. to them. It's like that's like I didn't picture Kobe going like leaving like that. Like I didn't picture him. I didn't picture him like. And then what made me even more sad, and I know it gets more on a personal level, but like, he just had another daughter,
right? And
then on top of that, it's like he wasn't done yet. I feel like he just wasn't done yet. Like he had more to like offer, and it was just like I wasn't. Maybe it was the personal. I just wasn't ready to see him go yet. I wasn't.
Nobody was.
I'm still kind of like it's still kind of where like I was watching this documentary. I think it's Muse. I think it's Muse, one of my favorite. If y'all ever at home, please watch that documentary. It's based off of where he tore his Achilles, and he's working his way back, and stuff. And it goes to his backstory about him being in Italy, being black in Italy, having to speak the language, then playing in Philly, he was playing against grown men growing up, and he was nicer than all the grown men he was playing, and he said that helped him better when he went to, high school. So for me, it was like, watching that documentary is still like unreal. Because I just think, I don't think he's just not like, and then once every while I'll see, shout out Vanessa Bryant, I see on social media, she'll like put something like heartfelt, and then it'll just dawn on me like, he's not here.
Yeah,
and it's like him nor his like they're not here, and and not to cut you off, like even his daughter, she has so much promise. Yeah, she had schools looking at her already.
Yeah, bro.
That's how nice she was.
It's always tragic when a kid died.
it sucks because it's like you wanted to, like that was going to be the next film, and you wanted to see it. I wanted to see it.
We all wanted to see it.
I wanted because I wanted to see that.
We still could see it. We still got a couple more daughters, so
I don't think none of them play ball.
I mean, this might inspire them to play, so you never know. We might still see it.
You never know.
You never know. You never know. So I mean, we can be hopeful, but
we can. I mean, you could only be but hopeful, but it still sucks that he's not here, and he changed. No, it's cool. It's just his impact, like you said, his impact shook the whole NBA. Not even the NBA, because the Pro Bowl was on that day. The fucking Pro Bowl was on that day. NFL. No, I'm just saying the Pro Bowl was on that. Hey man, look, yo.
Hey, I'm just saying,
nobody, you right. They don't, but you ain't had to say it like that. The Pro Bowl hasn't been good since Sean Taylor passed away, and that's the real shit. Pro
Bowl this week. Nobody even talking about it.
Because nobody give a fuck. Yeah. I didn't even know the Pro Bowl was this week. And
he knows it was always the week before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So,
but even then, when they announced that at the Pro Bowl, everybody, they said in both locker rooms, it was quiet. They said when that happened, that just goes to show you, how much
of a global icon.
Yes, how much he affect everybody.
Yeah, it's not just basketball, it's not just sports, but just, the world period.
Exactly. So, and there's only a few players that can do that.
Right.
And not just sit there and, make this about LeBron. I'm not gonna make this about LeBron, but granted, as many people like LeBron, many people hate LeBron, and the same thing with Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
As many people loved Kobe, there was a lot of people that hated Kobe.
All right.
But when they leave, you don't remember the hate.
No.
You don't. You don't remember the hate. You remember
because it's all. It was never personal.
It's never personal. It's all sports.
It's all business.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's all it really was.
It's all business, and like I said, I'm a Bulls fan. My grandpa is a diehard Kobe. My grandpa. He was hurt. He didn't talk. He didn't want to talk on the phone for 2 weeks. He was hurt. He's been watching Kobe since Kobe. That was his. Because my grandpa's a diehard Lakers fan. That was his guy. Since he came in the league, that was his guy. He's seen the ups, the downs, the almost going to the Kings. He's seen that. That was his guy. And for him to, that really hurt my grandfather, a lot. I think my grandfather cried. That hurt. You know?
That shit real.
I felt it felt like we lost a family member.
People don't realize, man, how, some people, there's some very people that sit there and say, how do you feel that way about somebody that you haven't met?
You don't never know how much that person inspires you.
Yeah, you don't know how much, you don't know what somebody was going through in their life, and that person helped drag them out of a dark place, or by not even meeting them, but just just inspiring by just their actions.
Yeah.
So that was just a lot of ignorant stuff that was being said.
Absolutely.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But I've talked to I've had to hit up a couple of my other friends that I know that are Laker and Kobe fans to, checking them out. They all felt the same way. So, it was tough on all of us, but, you bounce back. Just like with everything, today is just, it's a tough day, but it's also, a blessed day. Even though he's no longer here, his legacy and stuff still carries on and, affects the people in today's league.
Yeah.
Still now. Even after he retired, even while he was playing, he was in, inspiring the future generation of players that are playing now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's
and not just that. When you went back to say, it would we were talking about the academy, how he inspired. He was coaching. His daughter's his daughter's team.
Yeah,
he was coaching his daughter's team, but how he inspired. How he had so much inspiration in the WNBA, because a lot of WNBA players love Kobe because, and a lot of them went to Kobe's camps.
Right, the training.
Yeah, like Maya Moore, Candace Parker. He's gonna say that.
Shout out to Candace Parker.
Yes, Lord.
Mm-hmm. You know, you know.
This guy.
Hey, man.
Yeah, but a bunch of, WNBA players, went to, Kobe Bryant camp and, learned from Kobe Bryant, Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, Breonna Stewart, players like that. Kobe had so much effect in WNBA, and I feel like him, with the effect he had and with, him not partnering up, but having influence in that was opening up doors for the WNBA to be more mainstream. Because, a lot of people overlook the WNBA.
Yeah, because
it's not as entertaining.
It's not deemed as, it's not.
Because they don't dunk. It's not like very flashy, like the NBA.
The athletics aren't really the same. So you can get some of that type of stuff where you can get those type of moves, those fast moves.
But there are some nice females in the WNBA. They nice as hell. They raw. They nice as hell.
No disrespect to them. I try to watch it, and some of them games be good, but some games be bad.
Yes.
Compared to but I'm not gonna try to discount. It's for them and how they play and all that other stuff. It's competitive. I will say that it's definitely.
Oh yeah, it is competitive, especially when playoff and championship time.
Yeah, facts.
That's when you really.
They did the thing in the bubble too. They had the bubble too. Shout out to them. But it's just like you said, inspiring women. Even inspiring some of the young players. You was working with Kawhi Leonard, Jason Tatum. Some of them guys. So it's just I see a lot of Kobe in those guys.
Yeah.
Down to the footwork, to the mentality, and all that stuff. So,
just the killer instinct.
Yeah, But that happened. That pretty much told how the rest of the year was gonna go. Because after that, the rest of the year was just like shitty. After that, as y'all know, 2020 was not a good year. Sure. And that was like the thing that started it all off. But
2021 started up. It's okay.
It started off wild.
It
started off wild, but but shout out to the game for getting a chip for Kobe, man.
Yeah,
that was something that needed to be done. That I had a feeling that it was going to be done
because that's how it's going to get written off.
Yeah, man. So
just like Tom Brady going to the Super Bowl.
I hope so.
But you know what? I want to see Pat Mahomes go back to back.
Yeah, I get it, but Pat Mahomes being who he is,
it's gonna be who you got though.
Honestly, I'm gonna root for my boy Tom.
I gotta go for my boy Tom. That's my man. You gotta make a friend.
Being a Patriot fan, for having him for the past 20 years, even though he's in another team with Jersey, I'm still gonna root for him to win. But if Mahomes win, I'm not gonna be upset.
Oh no. Not gonna be upset.
The Chiefs and Mahomes, because they deserve to win if they win. Because they put in the work and
absolutely,
they did what they needed to do. So we'll see what happens. Only time will tell, but I'm good either or.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man. But you already know what to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Definitely.
Heart react. Do all the other stuff. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell. That'll get you the notification to let you know every time a video drop.
Absolutely.
We're going to keep doing this, like I said.
And definitely keep commenting. Definitely keep giving us your input. Tell us how you
feel. We'll take feedback, positive or negative.
Yeah, we're not that sensitive.
Well, I'm not.
I'm not.
I can't speak to this nigga.
I'm not that sensitive. I can take constructive criticism. I'm okay.
Yeah, They tore us a new one on that episode.
Yeah. What did they say?
It was some stuff about I will talk about that on camera. They were upset about the whole Louis Harvey fix streets thing, but you gotta call a spade a spade. So it is what it is. Some people don't like hearing the truth. You don't want to hear the truth. You want to believe it.
Don't fucking say.
Y'all trying to kill me. Oh shit. Ooh. Fuck.
That was every time.
Shout out to R, man. Oh shit. Well, till next time, Jay.
It's B.
This has been lit. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Hey. This motherfucker.